Okay, so let's say you're getting ready for a graphic design internship interview, and you really want this internship. But thinking about all those potential questions, it's kind of overwhelming, right?
Yeah, it can be a lot.
Well, the good news is we did a deep dive into some sample interview questions and answers, and not just to tell you what to say, but to give you the kind of insider knowledge that makes you stand out.
And thinking about it, getting a handle on the why behind all these common questions, it can almost be like a mini design course in itself. You know what it really takes to be successful as a graphic designer?
Right, totally. So let's jump in. One of the first questions they always seem to ask is, why graphic design? Why do you want this internship? And the sample answer we saw really focuses on this passion for visual storytelling,
Hmm.
being able to use your skills in a professional setting, and learning, getting experience from seasoned designers.
Yeah, and I think that's a great place to start. But what's really key is emphasizing that real-world application,
Yeah.
showing that you get it, that design isn't just about making pretty things. It's about using your skills to solve problems and
Mm.
helping a client achieve their goals, whatever those are.
Yeah, it's like you're not just an artist, you're a problem solver. Okay, got it. Now, what about the software? It seems like knowing Adobe Creative Suite is like the bare minimum. Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign.
Oh, for sure. Those are your bread and butter.
Yeah.
But it was interesting, the sample answers also mentioned Figma, especially if you're interested in UI UX, and even Canva.
Wait, Canva? Really? I always thought that was more for like quick social media stuff.
It is, but mentioning it shows you're up on industry trends
Yeah.
and that you have a versatile toolkit. You're practical, not a design snob. And Figma, oh man, Figma is huge right now because of the collaboration features, essential for design teams. Even if you're not a designer yourself. Paying attention to what software gets name dropped in these deep dives, it can tell you a lot about what's valued in an industry.
That's a great point, actually. Okay, so let's get into the heart of it, the design process. The sample answer we saw really stressed understanding the client's needs first. So, like getting a clear brief, researching their target audience, really getting that. And then you get into the creative brainstorming, the sketching.
Right, and what I noticed is that the answer always comes back to meeting the client's goals. That's what separates good designers from great ones. Understanding that design is a service, not just self-expression. You're there to solve their problems visually.
So it's not just about making something look cool. You really have to get inside the client's head, which leads perfectly into talking about feedback. It seems like the perfect answer shows that you're open to criticism, that you ask clarifying questions when you need to, and that you can balance, incorporating that feedback with your own creative vision.
Yeah, and that's huge. Being able to take feedback well, use it. That's a skill employers look for everywhere, not just in design. It shows you're a team player, that you want to learn. So instead of just saying, okay, I'll change it, you know, really practice how you would respond to a critique constructively.
Oh, that's good advice. Now, to really stand out from the crowd, you have to show off your work, right? The example they gave was this branding package for a startup.
Hmm, interesting.
Yeah, it seems like a branding package that's the whole visual identity of a company, the logo, fonts, colors, everything.
Yeah, the whole shebang.
Exactly. It shows that you can think big picture.
It really highlights how important a strong portfolio is, even if it's just personal projects. Just the act of explaining your work, it forces you to think through those choices you made, your whole process.
So you're learning as you're building the portfolio. But is it enough anymore? I mean, it feels like design is constantly changing, so is just knowing Adobe and having a portfolio enough?
Oh, you're so right. The design world moves fast. And that's where questions about typography, about UI, UX, inspiration, all that come in. It shows that breadth of skills that's expected today.
It's like you're getting a peek behind the curtain of what designers actually do. Even if you're not applying for an internship right now, it's fascinating.
It is, it really is. And it shows potential employers you're not just interested in design, but in the industry itself.
Okay, let's tackle that classic why you question. This is like the closing argument, right?
Absolutely. And the sample answer, it really nails it. That balance of skills, eagerness to learn, genuine passion, it's like music to a hiring manager's ears.
But how much does it matter, really? Name dropping all that software. Wouldn't a strong portfolio showing a variety of skills be more important?
You're right. It's not just about listing software. It's showing how you use those tools to solve problems, get results. The software is just a means to an end. What they're really looking for is that spark, that passion that shows up in your work, in what you say.
So it's about weaving your skills into the story of your work.
Exactly. And remember, that whole why you approach can be adapted for any field. Do your research on the company, show you get their needs, how your unique skills fit their team. Think of it less like filling a slot and more like bringing something special to the table.
Okay, so we've got the why design and the why you down. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of what it really takes to excel in a graphic design internship.
Let's do it. This is where it gets interesting.
So we talked about the big picture stuff, why design, why you. But what about staying up to date? Design is always changing, new trends popping up all the time.
All the time.
So how do you keep up with it all?
Yeah, it's a lot. And you know what's interesting? The sample answers we looked at, they touch on that. They emphasize how important it is to be following design blogs like Behance, Dribbble, watching tutorials, taking online courses, all that. It's about showing you're a lifelong learner, that
Yeah.
you're plugged into the design community.
Right, because it moves fast. Showing you're a lifelong learner, that's key. What about designing for different platforms? Like, I imagine you approach a social media graphic way differently than a website, for example.
Oh, absolutely. You have to.
Yeah.
And the example they gave was interesting. Creating a social media post for a product launch. The answer talked about really understanding the brand's visual identity, crafting layouts that are engaging, and optimizing for each platform.
So it's not one size fits all.
Definitely not. Good design isn't just about aesthetics. It's understanding how people actually consume information and tailoring your work to those contexts. Thinking about that user experience is crucial, whether it's a website, an app, even a simple social media post.
Speaking of user experience, let's talk about managing multiple projects. Design interns are probably juggling a lot at once.
Oh, for sure.
So the sample answer mentioned prioritizing based on deadlines, how complex things are, breaking projects into smaller steps, using tools like Trello or Asana.
It's all about organization, time management, which are essential for any designer, really. And I thought it was interesting how the answer emphasized communicating with your team. It's a good reminder that designers aren't working in isolation. You're part of a bigger creative process.
So even if you're an amazing designer, you got to be good at communication, collaboration. Okay, what about when you hit that creative block? Everyone gets those, right?
Oh yeah, we've all been there.
What do you do?
The sample answers had some good strategies, actually, like stepping away from the project for a bit, looking for inspiration in different places, sketching, bouncing ideas off colleagues.
Like you have to give your brain a break to get those creative juices flowing again.
Exactly. Creativity is not always a straight line. Sometimes you need to step back, recharge, let your mind wander a bit.
Makes sense. Okay, here's one I always wonder about. Do you prefer working alone or as part of a team?
Classic question. And the best answer really acknowledges the benefits of both. You want to show you can focus when you need to, but also collaborate effectively on a team.
Because yeah, some projects need that laser focus. Others are better with brainstorming, feedback.
Exactly. It's about recognizing different projects need different approaches and being flexible enough to do well in either situation.
Being flexible is so important. When it comes to strengths as a designer, the sample answer talked about creativity, attention to detail, adaptability, continuous learning, all good stuff. But is it enough to just say those things?
It's a good start. But what really makes those strengths pop is connecting them to your work. Don't just say you're creative. Show them how you use that creativity on a specific project. Give them tangible evidence.
So instead of just listing qualities, you're telling the story of how those came through in your work.
Right. And that same principle applies to aligning your designs with a brand's identity. Don't just say you get their visual style. Demonstrate it through your choices, your work.
Show, don't tell. But what happens when a client just straight up doesn't like your design? That's got to be tough.
It can be. But the answer focused on asking for specific feedback, staying open to revisions, finding solutions that balance the client's vision with, good design principles. It's all about communication and empathy.
There's those soft skills again, being able to understand where the client's coming from and not getting defensive.
Absolutely. Turning a potentially negative situation into a chance to collaborate. You're both working toward the same goal, ultimately, a design that works, that meets their needs.
Okay, let's get a little technical. What about typography? I feel like that can make or break a design.
Oh, it's huge. The sample answer really highlighted that, how it impacts visual hierarchy, readability, even brand identity. It showed an understanding of how to choose fonts, spacing, legibility, all that.
It's a reminder that typography isn't just about pretty fonts. It's a powerful tool for communication, for storytelling visually.
Exactly. And of course, you can't talk about design today without talking about UI, UX.
Oh, right, UX.
Yeah.
Huge.
The sample answer talked about experience with tools like Figma, Adobe XD. And it's focused on creating interfaces that are user-friendly.
Which we all love, of course.
Right. It really highlighted that shift toward user-centered design. It's not enough for something to just look cool.
Yeah.
It has to be easy to use, enjoyable, and it has to actually work for the user.
Okay, time for a fun one. Tell us about your favorite design project.
Oh, I love that one.
Me too! It's a chance to really show your passion.
It is. The example they gave, the magazine layout, that was a good one. Highlighted skills like layout, composition, but also let you show your enthusiasm.
What's key here, though, is not just describing the project, but talking about what you learned from it, how it shaped you as a designer.
Right. Share those insights. Let your personality come through. Don't be afraid to geek out a little.
And let's be real, design projects often come with tight deadlines.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you handle that?
The sample answer was all about staying organized, breaking tasks down, using time management tools, communicating clearly with your team,
Showing you can handle the pressure.
and deliver quality work on time.
Being able to work efficiently under pressure, that's valuable anywhere.
But especially in design, things move so fast.
Okay, last but not least, inspiration. Where do you find yours?
Ooh, one of my favorite
This
questions.
is a good one.
The answer we saw mentioned everyday objects, nature, architecture, the work of other designers, all sorts of things.
It's about showing that you're curious, always looking for new ideas.
And that you're willing to draw from different sources.
Like you're constantly pushing your own creative boundaries.
Exactly. It's not just about what you've done, it's about where you're going next.
So we covered a lot of ground here. From the technical skills to those soft skills, even the right mindset to succeed.
And remember, this deep dive was about giving you the tools to not just answer interview questions, but to understand what it means to be a graphic designer. It's more than just making things pretty. It's problem solving, communication, a constant desire to learn and grow.
Okay, so after all that, feeling more confident about those internship interviews,
I hope so.
we covered so much. The software, those technical skills, how to talk to clients, even those tricky, what's your biggest weakness questions. I'm exhausted just thinking about it.
I know, right? It's like we crammed a whole design degree into one conversation.
Seriously.
But remember, all this is just a starting point. The real magic happens when you connect these insights with your experience,
Yeah.
with your own design journey.
It's like we gave you the ingredients, but you're the chef, you know? You create something amazing.
Ooh, I like that. You know, one thing people often forget, researching the company you're interviewing with, don't just show up and list off skills, Take the time to understand their work, their values, who they're trying to reach.
It shows you're not just looking for any internship, you want this one.
Exactly. Tailor your answers, your portfolio, even what you wear, to reflect them, their brand, their culture. Show you did your homework.
So we've got the research, the skills, showing off your work. Is there anything else that can help you stand out in that interview?
You know what often makes the biggest impression? Enthusiasm. Genuine passion for what you do.
Oh, I love that. It's not just saying the right things, it's letting your personality come through.
Exactly. Let your geek flag fly. Talk about the projects you're most proud of, the challenges you've overcome, the stuff that keeps you up at night, thinking about design. That passion, it's contagious. Hiring managers can't resist it.
Okay, so to wrap it all up, what's the one piece of advice you'd give someone prepping for a graphic design internship interview?
Let me see. Be yourself, be prepared, let that passion shine through. Remember, this is your chance to show off your skills, but also to share your design story. No one else has that. And don't underestimate a firm handshake and a genuine smile.
I love that. Okay, last question, and really think about this one. What one design project would you be most excited to talk about in an interview? The one that really lights you up, shows off your best work, tells the story of your journey as a designer.
Wow, that's a good one. I have to think about that.
Me too. And you know what? That's the perfect place to end because a designer's journey never really ends. It's about constantly learning, evolving, finding those projects that light you up. So keep creating, keep exploring, and keep that design spark burning bright.